Hello everyone, this is Yogesh here, and today I'm just going to talk about literary criticism. Okay, that is unit number 7. So for the making these videos, I have just two purpose. Okay, the first one is like I will tell you the sources name about the books and about the writer's name, and the second thing is like all the important critics name and their works as well. Okay, so this will help you out to understand like what we should read for the criticism unit. Okay, so I will tell you the first, that is the book's name, that is M.A.R. Habib. Everybody knows about this writer. And the second one is like a B. Prasad, and third one is Dr. Raghukul Tilak, and fourth one is like Pelagia Goulimari, and the last one is like Hazard Adam. Okay, why I'm telling you and why I'm suggesting you just to read this book, I will explain it just like later, and why you should prefer this, prefer the book for the understanding the concept. Okay, so as we have seen the last two papers, that is 2025 June and December as well. Okay, the patterns, the question, everything has been changed. Okay, even nobody can like predict about the questions, about the concept, about the patterns, like what kind of question they are going to ask. But from our side we can do one thing, we can just give our best from the reading perspective, for the revision perspective. Like for these things we have to read and read and read. Okay, so like they were the like list of the all literary criticism books name and the writer's name. Okay, and I'm like little bit like nervous for the telling these things, but it's okay. Uh, so I will take the name of those writers like which are very considerable and which are very important for our UGC NET exam perspective. Okay, uh, here we have a Greek critics like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Like Plato, that work is Republic, and Aristotle, like he's famous for the poetics work. And Roman critic, like we have a Horace, Longinus, Quintilian. Horace is famous for Ars Poetica, and Longinus is famous for on the Sublime, and the Quintilian like Institutio, like Oratoria. And the next one is like a middle age critic. So before the reading Philip Sidney, we have to read, and we should read Stephen Cossing's work, that is the School of Abuse. Okay, so Philip Sidney has written the book. The work name is, that is An Apology for Poetry. So it was the response to that work. Okay, so we'll go to the next, that is Enlightenment Age Critics. John Dryden, Alexander Pope, and Samuel Johnson's. John Dryden like dramatic poesy, and Alexander Pope essay on criticism. Samuel Johnson's like Rashilas and the lives of the English poet. Okay, we have a thinkers as well, like in the Enlightenment age. So Thomas Hobbes, like he's famous for the Leviathans, and John Locke, like he has just written two works, two treatises of government, and another work is like an essay concerning human understanding. Okay, the next critic is Giambattista Vico, that is his work is The New Science, and the next writer is Edmund Burke. Edmund Burke work is a philosophical inquiry into the origin of our ideas of sublime and beautiful. Okay, then the last one is like Edward Gibbon. His work is The Decline and Fall of Roman Empire. Okay, in the Romanticism, like age critic, like they were William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Keats. Okay, William Wordsworth's work is Preface to Lyrical Ballad. Just everybody knows about that. And S.T. Coleridge, like he wrote the work Biographia Literaria in the response to the preface to Lyrical Ballads. John Keats, like a negative like capability and egotistical sublime, something like that. The work was there. And in the Victorian age critic, George Eliot, like Adam Bede, and silly novels by lady novelists Okay. And Geom Hopkins, like he brought the concept like in trace and escape. Okay. And he also like invent the concept that is in the poetry, that is curtail. Okay. The next critic is Henry James. Like he has written the work The Art of Fiction, and the Matthew Arnold, The Study of Poetry, and T.S. Eliot, like the individual, traditional and individual talent, and objective correlative, dissociation of sensibilities. So it was the most important work from the perspective of literary criticism, and what, like, which you should cover these all works and the writers. Okay. But on the other hand, we should aware with these work also, like which I'm going to just take the name of those like those works. um, the first one is, I have St. Thomas Aquinas. His work is The Nature and Domain of Sacred Doctrine. And we have a Indian critics, the criticism work, like the critics, I can say, that is Bhartamuni Natyasastra, Rajashekara Inquiry into Literature, and Valmiki The Invention of Poetry, Anand Vardhana Dhyamanloka. Okay, so we will continue with the British criticism, that is the Renaissance period. Like we have Thomas Campion, that is work is Observation in the Art of English Poesy, and George Putnam, that is his work is The Art of English Poesy, and Samuel Daniel work is The Defense of Rhyme. Okay, and Francis Bacon, The Advancement of Learning. In the Enlightenment period, I just forgot to take the name of writers. I can just give the moment. John Dennis, that is The Advancement and Reformation of Modern Poetry. Joseph Addison, his work is On the Pleasure of the Imagination, like the spectral races itself. And the next one is David Hume, of the Standard of the Test, and like Mary Wollstonecraft, A Vindication of the Rights of a Woman, and I'm not able to just recall the name of the other writers, like Frederick Hiller, that is the work is Letters on the Aesthetic Education of a Man, and the next one is Thomas Love Peacock in the 19th century, that is his work is The Four Ages of Poetry, and Thomas Carlyle, his work is Symbol. John Stuart Mill, his work is What is Poetry, and James Russell Lowell, his work is A Fable for Critics, and I just forgot to take the name of Matthew Knowles, The Function of Criticism at the Present Time. Okay, the study of poetry, and Samuel Johnson's work I also just forgot, that is Rasselas and On Fiction, Preface to Shakespeare. Okay, Friedrich Nietzsche, that is his work is The Birth of Tragedy. Okay, and next one is Walter Peter. His work is Study in the History of the Renaissance. Next critic Emile Zola, The Experimental Novel, and next one is Anatole France. His work is like her work is like The Adventure of the Soul. Oscar Wilde, The Decay of Lying, and Stephen Mallarmé, The Evolution of Literature, and the last one is like Leo Tolstoy, What is Art? Okay, so like that is all about the criticism work, but this is, I can say, the not that much important, but yeah, you should aware with this topics. Okay, so I'm going to just explain like how you have to deal with this unit. Okay, so first you have to choose the book, that is which I just already told you, that is B. Prasad, Raghukul Tilak, or Hazard Adam. From my side I can say कि मतलब Hazard Adam का book बहुत ही perfect होगा, so you should go with the Hazard Adam or B. Prasad for the easiest way. Okay, you can choose that. You have to make sure कि मतलब while the readings the this work, okay, लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म में वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू रीड सम नॉवेल्स, अ ड्रामा, अ प्लॉट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. These are the theories, okay, and we have to understand by readings. Please do not just use the your kind of YouTube summaries. Please don't go with that. Otherwise आपको लास्ट में यही होगा कि I was not able to just solve the questions, like it was like so tough. तो प्रॉब्लम हमको क्यों होती है? तो हमको समझना है दैट इज़ कि वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फॉर द लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट कि हमको बुक से रीड इसके लिए करना, क्योंकि मतलब वी विल गेट द सम ओरिजिनल सोर्सेज, ओरिजिनल थॉट्स एंड द लाइन्स एंड द कोटेशंस फ्रॉम दैट वर्क इटसेल्फ. ओके, तो ये हमको हेल्प करेगा. एंड इफ़ वी हैव गॉन थ्रू लाइक 2 or 3 टाइम्स, तो हमारे पास सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है जो मतलब कि दिस इज़ गोइंग टू वर्क विद अस when we are reading the question paper, and while the reading question paper we will definitely just able to remember those things. Okay, I'm not saying कि मतलब कि you will get the correct options, but बहुत ज़्यादा probability and the possibilities है you will get the correct options. और problem क्यों हो रही है मतलब कि see even I have told you in my like द गाइडेंस लेक्चर, दैट इज़ कि सोर्सेज का अवेलेबल होना भी बहुत ही मतलब बहुत ही बैड थिंग्स है फॉर द एस्पायरेंट ऑफ द UGC नेट. इफ़ यू थिंक कि इफ़ यू आर हैविंग सोर्सेज, तो ये भी तो प्रॉब्लम है आपके लिए. अगर आपके पास मल्टीपल सोर्सेज हैं, मल्टीपल मतलब वेज हैं टू कंप्लीट एनी यूनिट, ओके, तो ये डिफ़िकल्टीज NTU को भी तो होगी ना. If they will make the easy questions, so that will be difficult to normalize and to just make the cutoff. Okay, so हमको समझना पड़ेगा क्वेश्चन पेपर जो पैटर्न है वो चेंज हो चुका है. एंड फॉर द क्रिटिसिज्म एक तरीका है, यू शुड गो विद द बेस्ट यूट्यूबर्स, लाइक कि मतलब अगर वो प्रोफेसर्स हैं तो यू कैन जस्ट वॉच द लेक्चर्स. ओके, otherwise ki if somebody is like making the videos for the earning and for the viewers like views perspective and the purpose, तो वहाँ पे प्लीज़ मत जाओ. अदरवाइज़ ये प्रॉब्लमेटिक क्यों होगा? क्योंकि हम सरफेस लेवल पे पढ़ के आ रहे हैं और क्वेश्चंस मतलब इतना अटपटा दे रहा है कि हमको समझ में भी नहीं आ रहा. सॉल्व करने तो छोड़ो, हमको समझ में भी नहीं आ रहा. तो ये डिफ़िकल्टीज़ हमको हो जाएंगे, तो वो तुम्हें समझना पड़ेगा. फॉर दैट थिंग्स की मतलब तुम्हें चूज़ करना है बुक्स तुम्हें रीड करना है. हैजेट एडम, ये जितने भी मैंने सोर्स बोले ये सब टेलीग्राम पे मतलब पड़े हुए हैं, वहाँ से तुम्हें डाउनलोड करना है एंड देन रीड करना है. चाहे तुम प्रिंट आउट ले लो और अच्छा तरीका होगा. जैसे कि इवन कि लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म और कल्चर स्टडी के लिए और इंडियन लिटरेचर के लिए भी आई थिंक CR टिटवाल का, डॉक्टर CR टिटवाल सर हैं, उनका बुक आ गया, तो हम प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. कोई प्रमोशंस नहीं है, बट मैं सजेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि मतलब जस्ट यू शुड ट्राई विद द बेस्ट थिंग्स. अदरवाइज़ कि मतलब जब टफ लेवल तो मिला ही नहीं है. यूट्यूब पे जो क्वेश्चंस जो मतलब जो करवाते हैं, आई रिस्पेक्ट दोज टीचर्स लाइक जस्ट मेकिंग द वीडियोज़ फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस, बट इतना समझो कि मतलब कभी कभी होता है कि हमें स्टेटस मेंटेन करना होता है फॉर द क्लास पर्पस एंड फॉर द स्टूडेंट, मतलब शो ऑफ के लिए कि मतलब हम बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन बनाते हैं. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज़ कि मतलब जस्ट तुम एक बात ध्यान दो, जो यूट्यूब पे क्वेश्चंस हैं, जो ऐसे फ्री में क्वेश्चन मिल रहे हैं, वो क्वेश्चन का हमारे क्रिटिसिज्म के, हमारे UGC नेट के पेपर के क्वेश्चन से बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस है, बहुत दूरी बहुत है, बहुत गैप है. तो बात को समझो, पेपर को सॉल्व करके यूट्यूब पे प्रेशर मत लो. अपना टाइम जो है मतलब स्पेंड करो अपने रीडिंग में. और इतना बात रखो कि तुम्हारे इस पूरे 150 क्वेश्चंस में रीडिंग का बहुत बड़ा रोल है. आई थिंक मतलब मैंने जो भी बताया क्रिटिसिज्म के मतलब बारे में तुम्हें समझ में आया होगा. और ऑल द बेस्ट. Thank you so much for watching my videos and listening my lectures. Thank you so much.